Arte, thank you for coming. I'm so glad you're here. I'm just getting started and I figure I'm just gonna I had started to do a sketch here, but then changed my mind. I'm just gonna kind of go with whatever feels good right now. Just a little freestyle, I guess. Just looking for some colors that appeal. What have you been up to on this fine day? All right, so I've selected a few colors that appeal to me. And since I don't have a clear direction, I'll just get started. Oh, wow. So school's back in session. That's cool. That must be a relief, though, at some level. I know it must get difficult being online and feeling so separated from everything doing school. So math homework. Nice. I haven't done much with fashion lately, but it's always nice to be able to switch it up when I do have an idea for something. So I'm glad to hear that school is back in session and things are going back to some semblance of normal in your part of the world. So dare I ask, what kind of math? Math was never one of those things that I was naturally good at. It always required a lot of work, so it was never a favorite of mine, but I admire and appreciate those who enjoy it and it comes naturally too. You know, I made a point to say that I wasn't going with any specific theme in particular, but as I'm looking at my color choices here, I'm seeing the spring colors and things coming through. The Chinese magnolia are in bloom right now, and lots of things are starting to bloom. Starting to get a little green on the trees. My days are getting a little longer now that the spring has started. So of course that makes me happy. A lot of geometry, a lot of graphs. I'm gonna make my view here a little bigger. Oh, I'll check those out. Your your fashion things always inspired me, and I've always found them interesting. So I'm excited to see what you got. But yeah, geometry seems like something that would be really right up your alley. I figured as much. Like I said, I have a whole lot of respect for all of the things that people are good at, some of which I know I'm not good at, so I marvel all the more. I never really got into geometry. I always kind of tried to stick with the basic math. So I've got some swaths of color here that I'm trying to keep pretty pure, and then others that I kind of would like to see get a little muddier. Oh, good. And it seems like it just in general, you're really just excited about school right now and very optimistic about it. I have no idea where I'm going with this yet. But what I'm seeing happening is just, you know, a lot of like petal shapes, because that's what I've been looking at with the springtime. Like I said, so many things are in bloom right now. Got the Chinese magnolias and the red bud trees. Things are starting to get a little green in them. So it's an exciting and beautiful time of year. Actually, let me just take a peek here at these pictures. Ah, nice. Very cool jacket with the really long sleeves on it. It's got like a zipper all the way down. It's pretty cool. Nice proportions, nice fit. It looks awesome. Joe Easy Infuso. Ah, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Maybe we'll get some darks in here. Joe Easy. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along today. I don't have a clear destination in mind, but I am very glad you joined me. Oh, that's kind of nice. I've got a kind of a fine tip ink brush that I'm using to do washes, and it's got that nice tip on it, so I'm able to do some nice texture as well. Maybe a little darker with the texture. Just playing today. What have I been up to lately? I have been delving into the world of digital art a little more, trying to update some of my older works into new formats, then trying to research and understand NFTs a little better. I've been working with some paper mache, just trying to explore and get my hands on as many projects and things as possible to keep myself busy and trying not to stagnate, you know? Like sometimes you work with one thing too long or too much and you become a little stale. So I'm trying new things. NFTs, non-fungible tokens. It's in the realm of ether, Ethereum. And hi, Frank. Thanks for coming. No, I don't speak Dutch. I'm sorry. But yeah, NFTs are non-fungible tokens, and kind of going into the realm of Ethereum and what's called cryptocurrency. But non-fungible tokens are art pieces that can be traded or sold within different platforms. Digital, one-of-a-kind kind of art. So, you know, it's a new thing to explore and consider, and that is what I've been trying to do, is understand it better. I'm not explaining it well, which kind of indicates to me that I don't know enough. If you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it, they say. That's kind of where I am, and that's why I'm researching it. But it seems like it's really taking off. Yeah, as soon as I know more, I'm happy to share, you know, what I learned. But yeah, it is very interesting, and it's kind of just taken a lot of taken up a lot of momentum lately in like Twitter universe and just online information. So I'm trying to know more and learn more. But the digital art realm is one of the things that I've always shied away from, because, you know, I'm not instantly good at it. But I'm learning and I am capable of new tricks. So that's the hope, that's the idea, that's the intention. But I would be happy to make a video about it. So I'm enjoying, I don't know if you can see the detail in it, I'm enjoying this area here. Again, texture and just playing with the brush and the medium. And this is kind of starting to take on a feathery look for me. So that may be the direction, maybe kind of push that feathering a little further. But it's very satisfying with this brush. Getting that little bit of detail in there. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for interpreting. I appreciate that. Okay, so no, I don't speak German. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Frank. Thank you. And thank you, Beer Klaus, for clarifying that for me. I appreciate that. Awesome. So cool to have people from other parts of the world and to get to know what thoughts are, what cultures are. And I'm so grateful for both of you for being here. Thank you. I am looking forward actually to some more walking videos. I have currently on order a 360-degree camera that I'm really looking forward to using and taking outdoors. I think that will make for some interesting and fun footage. So I'm thrilled in so many ways that the weather is warmer and that it is springtime. Heading outside into my happy zone. and doing more walking videos. Thank you. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to it. It's an interesting prospect, and I am really excited about it. I think probably very soon that's going to be one of my next videos. As soon as I have all of the equipment and understand how to use it. So yeah, that's another thing that I've got on my to-do list. Learn and do how to use a 360 camera. Trying to think of what else I've been up to. I've been working with the paper clay, and I don't have the face casting in here, but you know, paper clay, painting, masks, all kinds of things. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have shed some light on that because I know you were curious about that before. I think the most satisfying part of the paper clay is actually making it. It just feels nice to get your hands into something and take a bunch of ingredients and make it into something else. Look at a little more purple over here in this area. So I feel like my colors are really vibrant. I'm not sure if they're coming across that way or if they're coming more across as neutrals. So with the schools reopening in your part of the world, are other things really starting to normalize and open up? Are things functioning as they once did or not yet to that capacity? Okay, good. The colors are coming across. Let's see what I can do. Or maybe I can just do this. See if that centers it up. Is that better? Does that help? Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I'll work on that. Work on my technical prowess with getting a little closer. Okay, noted. Thank you. I always appreciate feedback. Yeah, I kind of started the stream with the idea of painting a coyote, but just decided to go with something else at this point. I had done a little sketch of a study of a coyote, and I'm working on a paper mache mask, but I think this is much better. This lets the paint do what it does instead of trying to manipulate a medium that I may not be the master of. This allows a little more creativity, a little more freedom, and I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to pull out some of this blue out a little further. Oh, that's a nice patch of color there. I enjoy watching the drops of water make their way across wherever they're going. And that's one of the things I've kind of forgotten about watercolor is, if you don't work an area too much, you can kind of layer with it. And that's always very satisfying. Gonna let this drip in. Get a little more pink and red in here. Seems like a nice contrast. Let it run. Yeah, it does. Oh, look at that. It's so satisfying. Just running down the page. And I guess for me, one of the benefits of like not having a destination in mind of where I want this to go is I don't mind when the paint runs because it's not ruining a preconceived notion I had about it. Let's see, I'm gonna step back from it for a minute, see. I think I need some more darks in here. Maybe a cobalt and a raw umber. Because as you know, Arte, I have a difficult time with black. I get too heavy-handed with straight up black. I'm gonna mix those two together. See where I can get some darks. And then as areas dry on the paper, you can get a little more control with different colors as you go. That's almost like a gouache consistency there. Very thick with pigment. Kind of trying to mirror that planet shape that's at the top. And get up the permanent green light and try to emphasize some of these green areas through there. And a little titanium white. Get a little emphasis on these awesome greens. Oh, thank you. No, no worries. I'm glad you're here and you're talking. A lot of people stop by but don't talk, and it makes for a very lonely stream. So as you can, I'm happy to hear your comments, and I know that you've got a lot going on, so thank you. It seems like a gargoyle face. Thank you. It's always exciting to hear what someone else sees. I mean, especially with something like this, when, I don't have a predetermined place that I'm going with a thing. I like seeing what others see. Blue eye as a starting point. Curve to the left as it's, oh yeah, okay. I see it. Yeah, okay. I see it. I see what you see now. Very cool. It's like watching clouds with someone. Hey, do you see that? With clouds and with art, it's always interesting to see what someone else sees. Not quite as pure a color as I'd like. Trying to differentiate the different areas of color a little bit. I'm starting to get the evening sun shining through the window now. Mixing up a little more of the dark color to try to go around some of these color variations that I have going on here, just to give the illusion of a little more depth. Use a much smaller brush now. There we go. I think it's making those stand out a little more. I'm going to step back from it for a moment. A little darker. All right. I'm thinking this is probably about where I stop for now. But I feel like this has been a really good, fun exercise for me, um, because I don't normally go abstract. I don't normally just paint. I usually have a destination in mind, an idea of how I want something to turn out. And with doing this, um, it's it's something different. It's a new way for my brain to think, without a specific outcome in mind. So I'm excited that I did this. Thank you, Arte. I think it is colorful. It is different, and that's kind of the point of doing something different, letting your mind take you in a different direction. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think the going in there with the dark colors really kind of differentiate everything. And I think that's where I'm going to be stopping. So I am done, and I thank everyone for stopping by. Thank you, Arte, for the comments, and also there was, let's see, Frank and Joe Easy. So I'm glad that you all commented. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. Talk to you soon. Thanks for being here.